Welcome in, Renegades. And ICP Renegades game is going to be coming soon. It could be a while, actually, but soon enough. We have not given up on that project yet. You can get it over on Tonic and Intrapot right now. But we have a huge video for you today because this is the craziest news in crypto right now, and it's on the internet computer, ICP. Now, we have a couple of comments here that I did want to talk about before we get started. This is Leroy Essel. Welcome to the show, and thank you for your comment. He asked, did anybody from ICP contact Argentina, the president, to operate their economy on Definity? I think he means internet computer, considering no expensive centralized computer cloud is required and not vulnerable to US censorship. Now, this is a great advancement in technology. And as you see, Portugal has already started to really understand the importance, especially Lisbon, Portugal, the importance of the internet computer. I believe places like Argentina, El Salvador, Turkey, like these are places that have hyperinflation, right? Like not all of them, but some of them like Turkey, and other places are on the brink of hyperinflation, or they are doing experimental stuff like Bitcoin in their economy. So this kind of thing is really big, and it can also help countries protect themselves against hyperinflation. How is it going to do that? Well, of course, Bitcoin is a store of value, but this is a new advancement in technology. So Argentina would benefit from using the cloud computing. It takes away the monopoly, so where that no little businesses that do the same thing as, you know, say Amazon Web Services, you have the same kind of business, you will get crushed in the end because they can do it faster, cheaper, because they do it on a larger scale, they have more money and they have more stuff. Well, the thing with blockchain is you are not competing directly with them. You have a way to do it in a decentralized way. So you offer something that a centralized cloud cannot offer because you have to trust them. So a country like Argentina, Turkey, all of these, Portugal, all these different countries around the world, and even more India, you know, China, just the whole entire world, the US, could really benefit from it. And especially because the US censorship, it gives us a little bit more freedom over our own finances, our own businesses. We still have to follow the law, of course, but it gives us more freedom. And that's what America is about. So Scott, I do appreciate your question here, or your comment. It says Querio not available for launch to US citizens. Well, I am here to tell you that is true. It is not available for you to buy in the US. The thing is, you can use a VPN and bypass that. I'm not going to tell you to go do that, but you can use a virtual private network from Mexico, from wherever it is available to do that. I'm not telling you to do that, but you can if you want to. I don't know about Traxx. I think Tom Stewart is from the US. I'm not sure where. Actually, it's the UK, isn't it? I'm not sure. I think the UK. It might be out of the US too. So I'm not sure. But either way, I've used VPNs and been successful on those before. That's just me. I do that myself, you know. But yeah, I'm not telling you to do that. So, Lynn Lee, any thought on scale? We can do a video on my other channel. Go join my Bitcoin Renegade too. It's called Bitcoin Renegade Bitcoin Renegade helps change the world and cats. And then I do live stream on other cryptos over there. Right now, I'm only doing ICP over here. But Scale is fire. I've made money with Scale before, just to say that. But hey, hero protagonist. But welcome in, Lynn Lee. I like that name. There is information regarding LNet AI. I don't know. If you have like a tweet or something, I will look into that, but I don't have that today. I will look into that if there's new, but there is AI news. So let's get into this. I've been talking for a minute. I just wanted to go over those questions. Welcome in, everybody. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. And when we get there, the 3,000 subscriber, I might either do 3,000 subscriber or just pick one person that subscribed from 2,900 to 3,000. But I'm going to give 2 ICP $9, whatever the price will be at the time. But I'm going to do that. So Elna posted on the developer forum today. Okay, I'll have to check that out. The Definity developers. Okay, so what I really want to talk about first off is this Ethereum ICP integration. Now, this has been a very, very anticipated piece of technology that's happening right here, which is connecting the Ethereum blockchain, which is the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap. It trades about third in volume per day if USDT is number one, Bitcoin's number two. You know, Ethereum's always right behind Bitcoin, but sometimes I've seen more volume on Ethereum than Bitcoin. But this is going to be a direct integration. You won't need a bridge. If you watch my channel since 2022, you know there was $2 billion in hacks by wrapped crypto. Remember the Ren hack wrapped the Bitcoin, what was it? Wrapped Ren BTC. That's what it was, Ren BTC. And it was hacked, and there was more, you know, wrapped hackings, and it just makes it harder to trust crypto when you have like $2 billion gone. So what the internet computer does now with this direct integration, you don't have to worry about those $2 billion in hacks. It brings more authentication, security, and value to crypto, these big cryptos like Bitcoin. You don't want, how big is the market cap of Bitcoin right now? 800 billion? You don't want $800 billion at risk. You don't want, you know, $300 billion in Ethereum at risk. Well, now you don't have to, thanks to the internet computer. The CK Bitcoin has been live. There's been zero issues. What has it been live for? Almost a year now? God, I wish I knew when the date. Somebody let me know in the chat. You guys are smart. You know, when was CKBTC's Genesis event? When did it come out? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, and then we have the CKF coming. So they hit us with the coming soon. I was like, yes. So I did this so that you could all experience this with me. Because I was like, yes, Ethereum ICP, Definity made a tweet. We're gonna have some big news, but at least they are still letting us know they are working on it. It's coming. They're getting into it. Is this a new one? Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's just see if it's anything new. No. Yeah, wait, update. Updates. That's what I want. Okay, that's where you get the updates. So email updates. If you want to know when this is going to be, come over here, internetcomputer.org, Ethereum integration, and then put your email in here. You can get updates, and you'll know right when that integration is. You might even know before me if you open your email before I do. So that's that. We've already looked at this. Hold on, ERC20. Hold on. This might be good. In June 2023, average transaction fees for USDC and USDT were $4.21 and $5.46 respectively, which makes trading on DEXs below certain amounts completely impractical. Wow. $4 or $5 transaction fee. What if you're only trading $5? Like, you're going to have to waste $5. You'll have 1046 and you'll have to waste 546. Yeah, no. The Ethereum integration enables, this is what I've been waiting for. Oh, I love this. This is what we need. This is what's going to really take internet computer to the next level, in my opinion, is the integrations and being able to use a stable coin, because that's how big money comes into the market. And how else are we going to get big money into we want this to go back way up, right? Well, in order for that to happen, we got to survive the bear market, which it's done. Okay, check. We need to integrate with big cryptos, but we also need a stable coin. you got to have a stable coin to get that institutional money in, that big whale money in, so that the price can really go up. So the Ethereum integration enables the use of chain key tokens such as CKETH and CKERC20, which are, stable coins like USDT, USDC. They are on the Ethereum blockchain on the internet computer. Including CKUSDC and CKUSDT. I've been screaming about this for 2 years now. I've been wanting this. I said we need this, and now it's finally coming. I didn't even know they were doing this 2 years ago, year and a half. Let's just say year and a half. But that is great. Chain key tether. Look at that. Chain key Ethereum. Chain key USDC. Beautiful. So this will vastly extend the capabilities of ICP DEXs for users to swap or transfer tokens for cents with 1 to 2 second finality. Now, you can already use these cryptos on an exchange to purchase these, right? But do big corporations really use Coinbase? There's probably like some other part of Coinbase that you use for a business. I'm not sure exactly how they do that, or if they just buy over the counter or whatever. But this will allow them to do it in an anonymous, way. If a whale, doesn't want to do a KYC on Coinbase, they will be able to do it all on the blockchain in a decentralized way. You'll be able to use Alchemy Pay to get on with your debit card. You'll be able to purchase, ICP, trade it for CKUSDC, or trade your USDC on the NNS, I believe, which is probably, you can do that with Bitcoin. You will be able to trade directly tether to CKUSDT. And then it will be CKUSDT directly from your Tether blockchain wallet. So money can enter in to the ICP blockchain in a completely decentralized way, from Tether to CK Tether to ICP DEXs, or whatever you're doing there, or keeping it in, Tether to buy CK, and whatever you're using that stable coin specifically for cheap fees. So you could do all this, like you could save 421 and 546 respectively on both of them, per transaction that you do over here now. So you're saving those fees, and I'm sure it goes, on the order of how fast, Ethereum's moving, what you pay for the fee. So that's huge news. I'm glad we ran into that. Maybe they do have more stuff over here. Yeah, we already talked about that. EVM. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Now on to some big news here. Guys, the SNS alert. Only Traxx SNS proposal is now live on the NNS. We're going to go and vote. That's what we are going to do. I should have put this over here. We'll come back to some more news. We'll just remember that for a second. I just want to show you one more thing before we go to the NNS, though. Some people think it's horrifying that we have a buy ICP button in the NNS wallet. I was like, what, Fire Risk? What are you talking about, bro? This doesn't say anything about a buy button, but it does. I checked it out. I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying, bro. But I'm always leery. I'm like, but it's Fire Risk. So I was like, he's cool. But I always do my research, no matter who it is. Some are upset that they are not the gatekeepers too. Well, gatekeeping is a bad way to build a community. It is good to get rid of the, scammers, but gatekeeping, yeah. Protect the community, but don't be a bouncer. After 3 days of voting, it gets pushed through. Only is 0.185 no. This means there's a buy button over there now. So let me just sign in here real quick. I'm gonna do that. Don't let me forget to come back over here. Okay, let me just sign into my wallet. We will be voting. I did vote on Querio. I wanted to do a video, before their SNS launch was vote was over, but they already have been approved. We'll talk about that in a minute too. Let's see here. Oh, cut action hero protagonists have the same one. Okay. Definitely use or that VPN to buy SNS. Yeah, VPN. You can. Your computer probably has a built-in VPN. If not, you can use like free VPN. You could just look up, free VPN. And if you don't want them to track your software, your IP and all that, your activity, you will have to pay for a VPN. But if you have one on your computer, then it's a built-in VPN. You should be good. So it's easy. I just use my built-in one now. But hold on. Yeah, $5. You'll be able to buy one. It's pretty cheap to get a VPN for like a month. SNS1, gang, gang. Hero protagonist as all right. There we go. Cut action. You always come in with the banger news too. That and Hero, man, coming in with it. The Gold DAO white paper was released today. So that's a big project I'm watching. Yummy has always been one of my favorite places. They're the first ones who integrated with, ACH. It's one of my favorite. It's basically one of my favorite marketplaces. Entrepot, Yummy. Those are my top two for sure. And then now DG Gastonia, that one's fire too. So there's a lot of good ones. And then like Funded App does cool stuff. But USDG, okay, I believe that's going to be the token. Is it the token? The NFT, I believe. The NFT, USDG. I think that's what they were saying. My SNS is closed for 5 years. That's funny. All right, so let's get back over here. I almost removed myself there. All right. So now that I am logged in, I want to show you this right here. The buy ICP button. So I'm going to go over another cool thing in this about the NNS today too, because we have some stuff, but Fire Risk was right. They do now have a buy ICP button. And it looks like you can buy it with Banksa. So we'll take you to a third-party website to complete your ICP transaction at your own risk. So this is just a third-party partnership. They partner with Banksa, looks like. That's cool. More partnerships. So we always have the big news here. Again, shout out Fire Risk for mentioning this, and now I get to see it's true. Nice. So before we get into the Traxx, we'll take a look back at that in a second. I do want to show you. See, I have a neuron unlocking here. I got this neuron, which I might actually add more days because once it gets to 180, it'll stop giving me rewards. And I get nice rewards out of this, as you see. I put them back in too. So if we go look, I put 12 ICP already back in. I have 1.29 available. I do this about once a week or whatever. It's fun. I actually enjoy messing around with my neuron, but I have this unlocked right now. So this is ICP that I earned from this neuron right here. 3.15 is like $12 or something. It took like a week or two, not even that long. I'm getting massive rewards over here. So you guys need to stake your ICP if you haven't, but once you get this, so this is not locked. This is freestanding ICP right now. So I can disperse this. I could set a dissolve delay, or I could increase the stake, which I don't know why I would do that. I don't, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to disperse this, and then it will go over to my main balance. So you can either do that, which is spawning a new neuron, and we're going to go over both of those. So right now, I'm just going to disperse this and show you this is spawning a new neuron. This is after 1 week. So if I disperse with this main account, all of it, and then that will go over to my main account. Now I got $12. $12 over there. And this one I just set to automatically stake my maturity. If you go down here, automatically stake new maturity, because this is my 6-year one. I've earned 0.25 ICP on 5 ICP. So it just sits here, and that's been like a month or two. I don't know. 5 more years of that though. So it's going to be like probably double to triple that amount that I have there. So, but let's go and now show you how to stake your new maturity. So I have 1.29 available. I can either spawn a new neuron because that's 1.29 ICP, which total is 13.67. I have 12.38 I can't touch because I already staked it back. So that would be a total of 1,062.38. But what I'm going to do is stake this, and I can choose all of this. So you saw me spawn a new neuron. After a week, I was able to do that. You didn't see me spawn the new neuron, but you saw it able to be dispersed. That's what happens when you spawn one. Now this is staking your maturity. And I'm going to stake that. It will be added to the 1050. I'll get more staking rewards because compounding your staking rewards, it double, or not double, but however much percentage, 13.67, ICP plus 1050 ICP. My voting power goes up. I earn more rewards. Yeah, but I don't automatically stake new maturity because sometimes I need some money. And I'm like, hey, I got 3 ICP over here now in my main account that I can send. I could just send that away right now to wherever, sell it, send it over, keep it here, use it in the launchpad over here, Querio. It stands as the first Web3 search engine that enables seamless discovery of dApps across multiple blockchains. So this, you can buy this in 1 day and 3 hours from now. So it looks like it's going to be right around 9 o'clock tomorrow night, right around. I don't know if that's 3 hours, 59 minutes, 44 minutes. So about 9 or 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tomorrow night. One of those. But let's go back to, okay, if we want to go to Launchpad, we go all the way down. So we're going to look at this here in a second, but let's go back over to, where did it go? Right here. So the proposal is live now on the SNS. Go and vote. Well, this is Traxx. Traxx is a new age music venue platform marketplace. I would just say an evolution in the way that we see music. It gives the power back to the hands of the people. And just like YouTube, you can post stuff over here. You can drop your latest tracks. You can, support your favorite artists. You can do it all over here. It's amazing. I also like what Canister is doing. But Traxx right now is getting their SNS. They are doing it big. I shout out to Traxx and Tom Stewart and all those guys over there doing it big. But now we get to go over to the proposal. So this is what we're looking at. I will link this for you right now. This is Traxx.so, Traxx.so. Pretty simple. .so. And I might even show you guys how to use a VPN. I already showed you on what one was it? One of them back. It was a Kinnick. One of them, I made a video. Go look at my SNS launch videos. I only made a few of them. You can just look it up in my search bar. But it's an SNS launch. I might even put VPN in the video or the description too. If not, I will do that in the future. But that's Traxx.so. You can kind of come look at that. They have, this nice marketplace over here where you can just kind of pick your favorites, Oh, it's Meta. Shout out Meta. So I believe log in or register. Yep. So you just got to log in and register over here. Okay. So anyway, now let's see how they're doing. Wow. They're already at 9 million for yes, 100,000 no. So simple majority, absolute majority. Okay. So we're going to use our 1,154. That just went up because I put more maturity in the staking. That's kind of cool. I think it went up by like 9 or something. I don't know. Wasn't it 45? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think that went up. So now I have more voting power, and it uses both of my neurons too. So it at least went up a little bit. So I'm going to go for yes, of course. Oh, and then that will add 1,000 here. So we'll add a 1 here. You'll see it'll move up because we add a 1 here, which will add a 1 here. So that'll be 0. Boom. So this is great. I can't wait to see if they actually get this approved. It looks like they are on their way. It's 3 days, 19 hours. Definite. I want to buy this token. I want to buy I want to buy Traxx tokens. I want to buy Querio tokens too. But because it's the search engine. One of the biggest search engines on the internet computer. You also have Kinnick too, right? But these are what we need. You know, it's like Google and like Brave, or Google and any other let's just say Windows, you know. So let's see here. I think that's about it for the SNS. Now let's get into other news. So ICP canisters now boast heightened speed and efficiency. Now we were talking about how can you scale the internet computer to infinity, to a global mass scale. Well, now the canisters, they have heightened speed and efficiency. This is what we need. In order to year over year have a 400% increase year over year, to be able to serve 3 trillion transactions a day in the next 10 years, we need this. So experience reduced checkpointing times and sustaining uniform finalization rates. This translates to greater flexibility for app developers within a subnet, thereby streamlining development processes. And this as well, so I guess it's more about dApps being built on there. But when they develop the canisters in a faster, more effective way, it is going to, in turn, make the blockchain faster and more efficient too, as a whole. So that's pretty interesting to me. 350,000 canisters. It is steadily increasing, but more people are using it. It actually might be talking about the overall blockchain, but I think it's also saying that that's why the canisters are rising, because so it is talking about both. So I was right, but they're also talking about that's why the canisters are rising, because people are taking advantage of the boosted height, speed, and efficiency. That's pretty cool. And the finalization rates, and this is what we need to scale it to a global audience. So I'm glad that went with my point. I almost was backtracking there, like, oh crap. But yeah, no, that's right. So I think that's about all that we have for news. I think we got it all. Yeah, that's everything. So let's get into some price action now for the second part of our video. We are up 18% in the volume. We've had a steady 50 million. This is what we want to see. This means that the interest has not decreased. It is up 5-fold from where we were months ago, and we are able to sustain this price with a nice amount of volume, over $2 billion market cap. We're close to that top 100 still for 24-hour volume. And that's what we like to see. A dead project sits at like 5,000. This project is living, breathing, thriving, and conquering. So I like to address those haters a little bit, just get my jabs in there, because I like it when I'm right. We all do. I'm not narcissistic, I promise. It's just fun to be right. I can also admit when I'm wrong, though. Most people can't do that. But yeah, let's look at my little graphs right here. And I just love to see how these prices have absolutely followed. This is the 4-hour. And mind you, I haven't done a video since last Friday. So we're talking over here. I made the video over here, and I was showing you these levels that we could possibly go to back over here on Friday. I just want you to remember that before we get started over here. Let's just look at where we went. We tested the breakout of these areas. I don't know why that's not on there, but anyway, so we kind of got above this area. This is the crucial area that I was talking about, 458 to 468. It's very crucial right here. And we kind of went in this area and we failed to break out in any kind of significant way. So we went back under this. This was a nice breakout. We kind of tested it again, broke out. Nah. But these levels, if you look at these levels, I made this, remember, back over here on Friday. Like, let's see, somewhere right here. Right here. So I drew these lines. We broke out of this line, tested this line, broke back down, tested this line exactly, went up to this, got rejected by this line, broke out, went back and tested that line, broke down to that line, and we did only go halfway right here, which, you know, we don't always hit the line, but yeah, right there. And then we break this line, go down and test this line before breaking it down, testing this one, going all the way down to my box area of resistance right here, or support, that I was telling you about, this box area. This is so funny that it just hits these exact areas that I tell you to watch. If we break down, we're going to these levels. This is where you have your buy orders in, you know, your sell orders in at the top, right? So then you go back up, you test this, back down. We are going to do TA on where we're going now. I just wanted to point this out. Look how perfectly this candle fits inside my little box right here. This candle, like, tested it perfectly, broke down, tested this one all the way down with a wick, broke down, tested this, went up here in my box area of resistance now, tested that, and then got rejected. Oh my goodness. This is why TA is very important. I'm not just saying you could all do this. You pick, you know, just pick a few candles that have matching, you know, points. If this candle ends here and this candle ends here, you know, this one, and then underneath right here, this is probably a significant level. And if you have like 3, 4, that's a level that you're going to want to watch, right? And then you can also look at the Fibonacci retracement or extension, you know, and then see where you could go. Let's see. Let's just go from, well, hold on. Let's do this now. Okay. So if we go from here to here, these, hold on, let me make sure this is. Okay. Now these are going to be pretty important levels as well. So you can go back yourself and do these levels, and you see how perfectly that worked. How, you know, just really spot on that is. And then you can look at these Fibonacci retracement levels. Look at that. You know, you're hitting these levels on the way down at almost every single level. We either have a breakdown or a test of that level. So this is pretty important to note, but these levels are what I'd watch. And I'd always have buy orders more at the moving average levels and the 1618. Now, if we are going to have a big move, this is right where I was saying, right between $4.90 and $5, this $5 mark. But there's big resistance at $4.90 to $5. And this is, I see us moving here before the end of December. I think we're actually going to go up and test this, the 531 or even 553 before the 2618. But this is only on the 4 hour, mind you. Okay, the 4 hour could bring us up to $495. And then, you know, the weekly, the daily will take care of the rest. So we just got to get this, you know, above, you know, we really have some big resistance right here at 448. This is the big breakdown level from 448. I would say even to 468. This level right here is going to be, as you see, we've had a really hard time moving, but I would say all the way from 448 to 468 is going to be a 440. Let's just say 440. We'll go with 442 right here. Even down here to 440, you know, all the way up to 468 is going to be a big level. But I'd be watching this. I'd be watching 442, 435, 426, 421, 407, 402. You should write these down or come back and look at this later And I'm not telling you to buy at these. I'm just saying these are the levels that the charts are telling me that are good places to purchase. And as you see the chart I showed you on Friday, go look at the video if you want. At the video I made Friday, I made these lines. You can look, they're exactly the same numbers and everything. And then you can see exactly where it went and why these numbers are important and where we're going to go. And if you do that, I mean, you guys are going to have some really good average purchase prices. That's all I'm going to say. That's why I have so much ICP staked, because I believe in this project in a massive way. Now you can even see on a larger scale how these are very important, even on the weekly. They kind of fall. Look at this box area of resistance that goes back. This area touches like two big candles right here, acts as like a support over here. And we're not much higher than that right now. So these are big levels to watch back. Now I'm going to clear all this because it's kind of a mess. But as you see, I showed you that those levels are important. Now, we do have an ascending triangle. On the weekly, we're not going to have a bull flag. It was looking like we could have had a bull flag, but it was like a bull flag breakdown. We did stay in the zone here, though. 465. Perfect. I was hoping we'd close between 458 and 465, but that doesn't mean we would need volume on the next week with a breakout. We still could, though. That's the thing. There actually still could be a bull flag right here. There really could. If we go back up to 458, and break that 468, we could actually keep moving to the upside to 621. Because this is not the end of, this is the beginning of the week. This is Monday, November 27th. So we just had this close yesterday. Oh my God, dude. What is how am I getting so good at guessing these prices? I mean, it's not if you say guess the weather, I guess they read the weather. How do I get so good at reading these prices? Because it's not guessing. I'm not like, hey, it's probably going to hit 420 because I like that number or something. No, okay. But anyway, so where are we going to go? That's the thing. Okay. We had a low here of 435. That's not too bad. We had a low over here of 405. So, and then we had a low over here of 401. We had a low over here of 369. We had a low over here of 376, 320. What does that mean? That means we have a inclining lower price. Higher, lower prices. Higher, lower prices. Okay, let's look at the highs. 471, 496, 478, 471 right now. Hold on. Yeah, 471. So we had a higher high here, but where did we close? We closed at 467. We did close lower here, but we had a higher high. So I guess that resets it. Then we close here at 465. So 458, 465, higher high, higher lows. So for the most part, we have higher highs and higher lows. We did get a lower close here than here. But we got a higher high here. And then we had a higher close here. And then we'll see what this close happens. But this is all bullish. Everything we're seeing here is bullish. We're just in this is the area that I told you. If we broke down from this area, it was game changing. And it did. Because whenever we broke this area the first time, we went way down. We broke that area again. And we didn't recover until now. But there is also a massive amount of support right here and right here. Massive. And then there's like even a box area below that too that I would, 390. I mean, we have some serious support underneath of us, but we also have a big area that we need to get above in order to make a move to $5 or $6. That's all there is to that. We did get a big nasty candle right here, but there was a lot of purchase volume, went to 496. That's why this is starting to reset a little bit. We're getting closer to that line, which means it could give us more momentum. if we bounce off of that to the upside, but we're good on that. Everything's looking good. Let's look at the daily, because this is going to tell us where we're going right now. The weekly is like a future. Yeah, and we do have an ascending triangle. So it looks like things want to continue. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we have an upward trending support line, or I could even possibly take this right here. Then we have a breakdown to the downside of that. So let's just put both of these up. So we broke that one down to the downside, which means it negates the pattern. So we don't need that. That pattern was negated. It could go back up into it and reshape that ascending triangle. But this is a continuation pattern. Not trying to confuse you. So I would like to see that like right about here. And if we can break above this 472, 473 area, this is going to be massive, because that means we have enough momentum to move up to hopefully $5. And we have super cooled off here. We're under this line, so I would like to see a downward trending a simple moving average and a upward trending RSI stick. So yeah, RSI 14. So we could really see a nice move to the upside. We have a nice support here with the EMA 21. Let's get these EMAs out here. We'll give you a bigger indicator, but they always match my stuff, so I don't really use EMAs as much anymore. I mean, they're very important, but I just kind of do old school. All right, EMA 9. So we are below the EMA 9 right now at 451. This is going to be our short-term resistance. As you see, when we're above it, we climb, 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 broke down it, tested this as support, tested that one, broke back above it, got above the 9, climb, climb. So if we can get back above this EMA 9 at 451, we could start another climb back up here to 472 and then break out to the upside. Now, if we break this, there could be another move down to about $4.33. Then if we break this and this at the same time, this will be kind of like a double support line. Then we could see a move back down. Well, there might be a little double support there too. So we might hit 427. Then we'll probably catch it about 422, because that's a nice little area of support. So there are some support levels, but if we break that, I see a move back down to $4. But it looks bullish. Everything else looks bullish. The volume, the charts, the 4 hour looks bullish. I mean, let's look at the 1 hour. Unless I'm missing something, I don't really see a whole lot bearish. Yeah, we got a descending triangle right here. Another bullish pattern. Almost looks like a descending channel. Hold on. Okay, that is a descending wedge. We are above both of the smaller moving averages on there. I wouldn't put a whole lot into this on the smaller time frame. We could have a move, back to the top of the wedge. Was 460. That would be good, actually, if we could move back to the top of the wedge and then continue with that ascending triangle on the daily. So that's going to be really good, and we're starting to get more volume coming in. We did decrease right here, but it is starting to get a bit late. So I'd like to see, and it's Monday too. The weekend just went crazy for ICP, as you saw. Let's go look at the daily again. We went crazy on the daily on the weekend, right? So let's see, daily right here. So we went all the way up to 471. And before that, 477. So Saturday, Sunday, right? This is Monday. Yeah. So we had and Friday. So Friday had a nice big pump. Boom. And then what was this? Another week ago? Yeah, it's like every weekend we've been doing really, really good. So it looks like the people in the week are trying to manipulate the price. They're messing with the price, guys. I'm telling you. So SNS swap. They do. They should get an SNS swap. That would be cool. Just right there on the NNS where you could trade ICP for any SNS token that is launched on there. That would be cool. Okay, hold on. Joseph Gleason, how do you claim SNS tokens? So once you purchase, you can buy them with ICP. Once you have your NNS wallet, you will use that from your main account to purchase those. And if the sale is successful, then those tokens, depending on the project, they will be given to you in locked neurons. You might get some immediately, but some of them will probably be locked up in neurons for, depending on how many you buy, maybe 2-3 different time amounts. They might just have one, or they might just have it unlocked. It depends. Do your research on the SNS launch when it goes through, so you can see what their plan is. But you could either get your tokens immediately, get part of them immediately, and then like 3 different unlock dates in like 3 months, 6 months, a year, stuff like that. Or it could just be 3 months, 6 months, a year, a month, whatever they decide to do. And then they will be unlocked. And then the same thing with how I showed you how to spawn the neuron and disperse it. You would be able to basically send those tokens. They'll be in your NNS wallet. You could send them, to ICP swap. You could send them to a different wallet. You could do whatever you want with those. So that's how you claim them. Yeah, staking tab. Staking tab. And then you can disperse them. And then, yep, very, very good. Cut action. Yeah, it isn't like you're swapping. Because what you're doing is you are participating in the DAO governance. You are basically becoming a community government of your own, part of a community government of your own. I would have liked Mod Club moved their foundation to Switzerland, but they incorporated it in Panama. Dang, that's crazy. So much banger news today. Thank you everybody for showing up. This was a good video. I think we learned a lot today. I do want to know when CK Bitcoin was launched, though. I still need to know that in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Go check out Bitcoin Renegade too if you like cats. My cat videos are blowing up over there. But also, hopefully we will have a swap and William Loren on the channel. I need to get at them, get on the channel. We're going to have more people on the channel too. I have some stuff in the works. I'm not going to say, but we have some maybe Bitcoin ordinals talking going to happen. More about CKBTC. If that gives you a hint, then you're definitely part of the ICP community. If you don't know who that is, get to working on becoming a bigger part of the ICP community, because there's one guy who has led the Bitcoin ordinals pathway. Let's just say that. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bang!